The National Aeromodeling Championships, more commonly known as the NATS, is AMA's premier competition held every year at the International Aeromodeling Center in Muncie, Indiana. Lasting a month in length and spanning every corner of the hobby, the NATS truly is a celebration of model aviation like no other. Through the heart of competition, it uniquely brings together modelers from around the country and concentrates their passion, ideas, and camaraderie onto one single flying field. And while the event serves as a spotlight for those extremely talented pilots who participate, they alone aren't the only ones who deserve to be recognized. There can be no place to gather, to compete, and for the NATS to function at all without countless volunteers giving their time to the hobby. There is a basic core of volunteer roles that make this event happen. The contest director, and then below that, the essential roles of judges and scorekeepers. There may be more roles depending on the unique needs of an event, but at its core, those are the universal three. To take a look at how this operates, let's dive behind the scenes of Control Line Carrier at the 2024 NATS.
I'm Dick Perry, Navy Carrier Society. I'm the Secretary-Treasurer of that organization. We're responsible for running the Control Line Naval Carrier events here at the Nationals. I've been doing the tabulation for Carrier for about as long as it's been here at Muncie, which I think is going on 29 years now. So at least 20 years doing it as the tabulation and occasionally being the event director and responsible for all of the overall management of the events. Being the event director at the NATS is a little more complex than doing it locally because your help is not here. Your help is scattered all over and comes in for the NATS. So coordinating is the biggest thing you have to do. Getting the officials lined up, making sure you get everybody registered, get the word out on registration, establish the schedules in advance so they can be published by AMA. All of that has to be done well in advance. And then once we get here, the immediate coordination needs. You've told AMA what you need for your equipment. Most of our equipment is stored here. I bring some of it, but most of it is stored here for the Nationals. And it has to be brought out on the day before we fly so we get everything set up. The day before, we make sure the grass gets cut. We figure out what the forecast winds are going to be so that we can determine where to position our carrier deck, which has to be faced into the wind. And so that's some of the preparation that has to go on. The key to making things run smoothly is to try to think about everything in advance if you can. And get your procedures established. We've been doing this for years, so they're pretty consistent. It's important to coordinate, communicate well before the event itself so that when the time comes, everything's ready to go all at once. So one of the things I do in preparation, I get everything ready for processing. We have formal processing sheets that people normally haven't seen before. And that does two things. It makes sure that all the requirements to check for every model are all checked the same way. Everybody gets the same judging. We make sure that everybody knows what the procedures are. I have a written out procedure sheet that tells them how to schedule their flights, what to expect if they're called to be an official, how to do the pull tests, what the timing will be, rules that are appropriate to review beforehand. Might be a little lax locally, but we need to enforce when we get to the national level. Well, there's a lot of collaboration between the event director who shows up the week of the NATS and has a lot of email and telephone coordination beforehand, and the people in AMA who are responsible for the site prep, equipment storage, transportation, all of the things that go along with that. You request the equipment and then take inventory when it gets here. Make sure you got everything you need the day before so that it runs smoothly on the day of the events. So coordination is a big thing, and that's the one thing that's quite a bit different from what it is with a local contest. You know who's doing what. They're all friends, and they've been doing it that way for years. And here you got a mixed bag, people from all over the country. And we try to keep the procedures consistent so that there's no problem with everybody having exactly the same procedures to run with and the same opportunity to fly and win a trophy.
If you are interested in volunteering, reach out to your desired event's Special Interest Group, or SIG, for more information. Or, next time you attend the NATS in person, ask those volunteering how you can get involved.